Imagine a thriving garden, only to wake up one day to see it ravaged by pests. Yes, we are talking about aphids, slugs, caterpillars, and others that wreak havoc in our beloved gardens. Let's start with aphids. These tiny, sap-sucking insects are a common sight in most gardens. They multiply quickly and can cause significant damage by stunting plant growth and spreading diseases. Aphids can turn your lush green plants into a yellow, wilting mess in no time. Then we have slugs, the bane of many gardeners. These slimy creatures are nocturnal and can cause a lot of harm under the cover of darkness. They feast on a wide variety of plants, leaving behind a trail of destruction quite literally. From young seedlings to ripe fruits and vegetables, nothing is safe from their relentless munching. Next up are caterpillars, the larvae of butterflies and moths. While we all love the fluttering beauty these creatures transform into, their voracious eating habits as larvae can be quite destructive. They munch on leaves, fruits, and vegetables, leaving plants unable to photosynthesize properly. And let's not forget about beetles, specifically the Colorado potato beetle. This pest is notorious for its appetite for potatoes, but won't shy away from feasting on tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers either. They not only eat the plants but also lay eggs on the undersides of leaves, leading to a rapid increase in their population. These pests, along with many others, can cause significant damage to your garden if left unchecked. They can stunt plant growth, decrease yield, and even kill your plants. Therefore, pest control is an essential part of maintaining a healthy and thriving garden. But fear not, gardeners. There are natural and effective ways to combat these destructive creatures. Stick around to find out how. In the natural world, every creature has a predator. And yes, that includes those pesky garden pests. When we think about pest control, we often forget about the most efficient exterminators around, nature's very own predators. Just as lions stalk the savannah, so too do ladybugs patrol your garden's greenery, preying on aphids and other small insects. It's a fascinating spectacle watching these tiny hunters, decked out in their vibrant red armor as they help maintain the health of your garden. But ladybugs aren't the only heroes in our story. Birds, often seen as mere garden visitors, are in fact key players in controlling pest populations. From the early morning robin to the nocturnal owl, these feathered friends feast on slugs, caterpillars, and beetles. Now, imagine your garden as a bustling ecosystem, a complex web of interactions where every creature, big or small, plays a part. This is the idea of biological control, where we use nature's own mechanisms to maintain balance. In this case, that balance comes from the natural predator-prey relationships that exist in the garden. So, how does this work? Well, imagine a world without these predators. Without ladybugs and birds to keep them in check, pests would multiply uncontrollably, causing widespread damage. But by encouraging these natural predators to visit and even live in our gardens, we can maintain a healthy balance, keeping pest populations at bay and ensuring our plants thrive. The wonderful thing about this approach is that it's completely natural. No need for harsh chemicals or complex traps. Simply provide the right conditions to attract these predators, like a birdhouse or a patch of wildflowers for the ladybugs, and let nature take its course. But remember, this is a balance. It's about understanding that a few pests here and there are normal, even necessary. They're the food source for our predator allies, so don't be too quick to wage war on every single insect you see. Some of them might just be dinner for your garden's resident pest controllers. So, before you swat away that bird or ladybug, remember they could be your best ally in the fight against garden pests. Who knew that the secret to a pest-free garden could be hiding in your kitchen cabinet or backyard? That's right, the answer to your garden pest problems might be as simple as a homemade solution. Let's delve into some easy and natural DIY pest control options. Firstly, let's talk about the magic of garlic. Yes, garlic. Not just a fantastic flavor enhancer, but also a potent pest deterrent. Making a garlic spray is as simple as blending 2 whole bulbs with a small amount of water, then steeping it overnight. Strain it the next day, add half a cup of water, and voila! You have a powerful natural insecticide. Spray it on your plants and watch the pests scurry away, leaving your garden unharmed. Next up, we've got neem oil, a natural pesticide derived from the seeds of the neem tree. It's known to disrupt the life cycle of insects at all stages, making it a great choice for those persistent pests. To make a neem oil spray, mix 2 teaspoons of neem oil and 1 teaspoon of dish soap with a quart of water. The dish soap helps the oil mix with the water, ensuring a more effective spray. Apply it to your plants once a week until the pests are under control. Another great option is a hot pepper spray. This spicy solution is perfect for deterring a variety of pests. Blend 2 cups of hot peppers with 2 cups of water, strain it, and you have an effective, natural insecticide. Just be careful not to get it in your eyes. Finally, consider creating a haven for natural predators in your garden. Building a small pond or birdhouse can attract frogs, birds, and beneficial insects that eat common pests. It's a win-win situation for you and the environment. Remember, these solutions are not only safer for your plants, but also for the beneficial insects, the environment, and you. So why not give them a try? With these DIY solutions, you can wage a war against pests right from your kitchen. Did you know that how you care for your garden can impact its susceptibility to pests? It's true. The way you manage your garden can make it a heaven or hell for pests. Today we're taking a look at cultural practices that can help prevent pest infestation. First off, let's talk about crop rotation. It's a practice as old as agriculture itself, and involves changing the type of plants grown in a certain area each season. Why is this effective, you ask? Well, different plants attract different pests. By rotating your crops, you're essentially keeping these pests guessing, and they can't establish a permanent residence in your garden. Next, let's dive into proper watering. Now this might seem like a no-brainer, but overwatering or underwatering can stress plants and make them more attractive to pests. The secret is to water deeply, but infrequently. This encourages the growth of strong, deep roots and makes plants more resilient. Also, try to water early in the morning to give the plants time to dry before nightfall. This helps to prevent fungal diseases, which can attract even more pests. Lastly, let's discuss the importance of removing debris. Fallen leaves, dead plants, and overripe fruits might seem harmless, but they can be breeding grounds for pests. By regularly cleaning up garden debris, you remove potential hiding and breeding spots for pests. This practice is especially important in the fall and winter when pests are looking for cozy spots to overwinter. But remember, these practices are not one-off solutions. They need to be part of your regular gardening routine. Consistency is key here. It's like brushing your teeth. You can't just do it once and expect to be cavity-free for life, right? So there you have it. Crop rotation, proper watering, and debris removal. 3 simple yet effective cultural practices for pest prevention. By incorporating these into your gardening routine, you're not just battling pests. You're creating a healthy, thriving environment that naturally deters them. Remember, a healthy garden is a pest-free garden, and these practices are your first line of defense. Not all insects are bad for your garden. Some can actually help control those pesky pests. Did you know that your garden could be a grand hotel for beneficial insects? Yes, you heard it right. These tiny heroes can be your best allies in the fight against garden pests. So, how do we roll out the red carpet for them? First off, let's talk about insectary plants. These are plants that attract beneficial insects by providing them with nectar, pollen, or shelter. Examples include dill, fennel, and cosmos. By planting a variety of these, you're setting up a buffet for insects like ladybugs, lacewings, and parasitic wasps, who in return will keep those unwanted pests in check. Next up, insect hotels. These are structures you can create in your garden to provide shelter for beneficial insects. They can be as simple or elaborate as you want. From bundles of hollow stems for solitary bees, to layered structures filled with pine cones, straw, and other materials for a variety of critters. Remember, one man's trash is another man's, or in this case, an insect's palace. Lastly, don't forget to provide a reliable source of water. A shallow dish with pebbles can make a perfect watering hole for your insect allies. So, the next time you see a bug in your garden, think twice before squashing it. It could be a friend, not a foe. We've come a long way from imagining a pest-free garden to understanding how to create one. We've learned about the common pests, their natural predators, and how DIY solutions can come to the rescue. We've explored the importance of cultural practices and how to attract beneficial insects. All these natural solutions play a pivotal role in maintaining a healthy and thriving garden. So, are you ready to roll up your sleeves and create a pest-free paradise? Remember, the power is in your hands and nature is on your side.